A very special van to show you here today, and this is our December 2020 on a 70 plate Mercedes-Benz Vito Premium crew van. This is the 119 model, meaning it's got 190 brake horsepower, and that is accompanied with the fantastic automatic gearbox. This is the L2, or basically the long wheelbase van, finished in the fantastic obsidian metallic black. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec which comes on the Vito Premium. So there's a lot of spec which comes as standard on this particular van, but this van that we see here in front of us at the moment has actually got over £8,500 plus VAT of factory fitted extras to it, which is quite remarkable. It's probably a bit of a one-off in terms of a Vito like this. I certainly can't remember one that we've had in the past which has got this level of spec to it, but also we'll have a really good look at the condition, talk to you about the previous ownership, service history, etc. as well, because this vehicle is currently available for sale at the time of recording. Now I must mention before we get going that there is no VAT on this particular van. It's one owner from new, and that previous owner was not VAT registered, so they of course are not able to claim the VAT back, and they're not able to charge it when they come to sell it, and that cycle then continues. So no VAT to pay on this. A really rare opportunity for anyone watching who's not VAT registered, i.e. just a private individual, family, etc. Starting here then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one of course has got the tailgate. Really that is what you would want in a Vito crew like this. So a tailgate is one door which opens up like so. Of course it is glazed, meaning you have got the rear window, and being done of course from factory, it does give you the rear wiper as well. In terms of the rest, looking at the back, sort of first impressions, a very clean sort of look to the back, very clean lines to it. I think looks really, really smart and executive, especially in the metallic black. Now, a number of things here which are not standard, and that is starting off with the lights. So this one has got, again, I think it was over £1,500 plus VAT, but this is what they call the intelligent light system on this. So it's got the xenon headlights, which is absolutely crucial, but that does actually also give you these slightly different tail lights as well. You can also see here then, of course, colour-coded bumper, that would all come as standard. You've got the nice parking sensors there as well, but this one has actually got a reversing camera, and what's really nice with Vitos is you can't see the reversing camera there now, but when you put the vehicle into reverse, that flap pops down there, and that is where the camera comes out of. In terms of condition here then at the rear, now this is in absolutely stunning condition. Now when we actually collected this vehicle, it was fully PPF wrapped, and that's just a little insight there into just how well cared for this particular van has been. So every panel, including the roof, was actually fully protected in paint protection film. I don't think I've ever seen a van with that before, but what that has given us now is a van that has been tremendously well protected. On arrival, during our preparation, we've actually removed all of the PPF film. We weren't quite happy with sort of the way that it was, sort of the edges of the film. I don't think it gave the best finish to the van, but as I say, it really has done its job and protected this van remarkably well. So the paintwork, as we go around, hopefully you'll see, is in lovely, lovely condition. Moving then into the rear of the vehicle, and this is where we can have a look at the load space. And as I say, this is the L2, the long wheelbase. So behind that second row of seats, it does give you a really good load space here. And one of the many, many optional extras on this, we've obviously talked about the lights and the rear camera, but another one is this rear glass here in this rear quarter, and that is, I think, really, really smart. It's obviously it's not massively obvious from the outside that it's there, but when you're in the back, it does offer a lot more light, a lot more of a car-like feeling here in the back. Looking at the panels on the side, so this is what they call the comfort trim in the Mercedes Vitos. So it's this plastic trim here which continues up and gives you a nice proper headlining, but lower down then this is all carpeted, and again in absolutely lovely condition. Some very sort of light marks here, but it's so common to see on Vitos that this plastic particularly is heavily scratched and scuffed. but hopefully, as you can see there, in absolutely fantastic order. Same with the back of the seats as well. Those plastic covers there on the back of the seats, we very often see those with lots of marks and scratches, but as you can see, in lovely order. And again, an insight here into what this previous owner, how well they cared for the van. They've got this full rubber overmat in the rear of the vehicle as well to protect the floor underneath. So you can see underneath, the floor is absolutely spot on. You've got these rails down the side of the vehicle here, so these are there basically for loading. So if you've got cargo here in the center, you can actually move these little rings backwards and forwards on this rail, and that allows you a really good anchor point there to be able to tie cargo down in the back. Above here, this little black sort of glass-like looking panel here, this is plastic, but it almost looks like glass because of the gloss to it. That is a rear parking sensor display, so as you're reversing, little lights will illuminate on here to show you how close you are getting to an object behind with your rear sensors. So not only have you got the sensors, of course it'll make the noise, there's that little light there, and of course you've got the rear camera as well. Looking then down the driver's side of the vehicle, and as I say, hopefully you can see here just how well protected this paint is. The gloss to this obsidian black paintwork is absolutely stunning, especially in the sunlight which we've got here. It just looks absolutely gorgeous here in the light. Having a look at the wheels then, so the Premium comes with these very nice 17-inch multi-spoke gloss silver alloy wheels. You can see here they've got Dunlop tyres fitted on these rims, and plenty of tread depth there. The tyres and the wheels all look to be in fantastic condition throughout. Now then, one of the, again, very nice bits of spec which is on this particular vehicle is that it has got electric twin side loading doors. Now that is such a lovely feature. There's a number of ways that you can operate those sliding doors, and we'll show you those as we go around the van. But to be able to, for your passengers here in the back, to be able to just operate those electrically is such a luxury. A luxury feel to the vehicle. Looking inside then, looking at the seats, again another optional extra here. This one has got the black leatherette from factory, and again I think gives it a really nice premium feel. Of course, easy to keep clean as well if you've got children in the back here. And speaking of that, you have got ISOFIX compatibility on these two outer seats. This is another optional extra then, is that this one has got the 2+1 split comfort bench in the back. Now what you can do with the Vito seats is you have got lots of versatility and lots of adjustability with these seats. So you can, using the handle just here, you can actually fold these seats down like so. From this position then, you can do exactly the same with the middle seat there. You can flip these seats up and you can completely remove them if you wanted to. So you can actually turn this from a 5-seater van into a 4-seater van if you wanted, or even completely remove all of those seats altogether, and you've got all of that load space as a vehicle. If we fold the seat back up here, by using this handle as well, you can actually recline the seat. Bit difficult to do with one hand, but there we go, just to show you there that you can actually recline the seat there, so you've got more comfort for your rear passengers. Looking then inside here, again you've got the nice rubber overmat in there. Now this is quite important here, so we have got this vent just there, and that is one of course many vents around the vehicle, but this particular vehicle has also again factory optional extra. This one has got a diesel auxiliary heater to it, which has got a remote, so you can using the remote you can set the diesel heater. There's a number of ways you can do it, using a timer or to come on immediately, but it will heat the vehicle even if the vehicle is not started, even if you're not in it. You can use that to preheat the vehicle. So in the winter months you're not going to really need it in weather like we've got here, but in winter months you can, outside your door on your driveway, tap the remote and it will warm the van up for you using that diesel heater. It uses the diesel in the tank, so it's not going to go particularly draining your battery or anything like that, but just a fantastic feature to have on the vehicle. Opening up the driver's door then, we can have a look at some of the spec And again, the condition inside here, and it's pretty, I gotta say, around the vehicle, it's pretty faultless. There's a couple of very minor pin dents around the vehicle, which we will have sorted by our paintless dent removal specialist, but really otherwise there's not a tremendous amount to fault it on. Opening up this, as I say, the driver's door, then having a look at the condition here of the spec. We've got proper carpet overmats from Mercedes there as well. Having a look at the driver's seat, of course the leatherette continues here in the front. You've got a nice adjustable armrest there. Exactly the same adjustability on the passenger seat as well. Another optional extra, this one has got the electric lumbar support, which can be operated just here, and again plenty of other adjustability as well. Looking at the driver's door, lovely condition there of the driver's door card, electric windows, electric folding mirrors. I think that might actually be another optional extra. Heated seats is definitely an optional extra, so that's nice to see that as well. If we look in the mirror here as well, you can see this little triangle here. So this one's got a blind spot indicator, again optional extra. Auto activated lights, that'll come as standard. Lovely leather multifunctioning steering wheel. You've got the paddles behind you as well to control your gear shifts if you want to. You've got your onboard computer controls there on the left. On the right hand side then you've got your controls for the volume, and you can also answer and hang up the phone. Like Mercedes Vito or Vito's automatics, you've got the gear selector here on this stalk, which once you're used to it is actually really nice to use. If I move the wheel over to the left hand side, then you can see that we have got, of course, cruise control, and again another extra on this one. This has actually got the adaptive cruise control, so it's got the front radar to pick up a vehicle there in front of you, and it's also got the a number of safety features on this as well. So things here, I believe that is your lane departure warning, and as I say, a front crash assistant as well. Looking at the dashboard then, you can see the vehicle is idling at the moment. It's all running as you would expect, and the mileage there, 13,487 miles, so a lovely low mileage there on the vehicle. Lots of other little things, like, as I say, these vanity mirrors in the sun visors. These are optional extras, but as I show you the main features on this, gloss black surround here as well, which is very nice to see. If we look down below then, we've got, of course, air conditioning, which comes completely as standard. And then above here, you can operate the electric doors using these buttons here on the dashboard. And then this button here, that is also for the auxiliary diesel heater as well. Above then, this one has got, I believe it's called Audio 40, which is the larger screen. As you can see here, I've got my phone plugged into one of the USBs there on the side. This does give you Apple CarPlay, which is just such a fantastic system to use. But if we go back onto the main Mercedes system, this one has also got built-in satellite navigation as well. If I put the vehicle into reverse now, this will beep at me because we've got a door open, but that is where your reversing camera is displayed just there. So just absolutely lovely to see that. Of course, you've got DAB radio on there as well. Right then, jumping outside and moving swiftly around to the front now. We do also have a fantastic Mercedes service history with this particular van as well. So the previous owner, of course, only taken this back to Mercedes for its work, 2 previous services, and only recently done, I believe actually in possibly in either March or May of 23, but as I by all means get in contact and we can confirm that with you. But as I only very recently done, less than 1,000 miles ago for sure. Even on that servicing bill, you could see that the customer had requested for extra filters to be changed on top of the usual service in scope. So as I say, this really has, I can't stress that enough, how well cared for this particular example has been. Looking at the headlights then, these are the LED intelligent lights which I was talking about. So these fantastic, much brighter headlights than you would get as standard, and this very stylish LED daytime running light there at the front. Front parking sensors, which I don't believe would come as standard. That's another optional extra. And as I say, in terms of condition here at the front, because as I say, this vehicle has been protected with that paint protection film, it's very much free from stone chips, maybe the odd tiny one here or there. Hopefully the camera is conveying this accurately. There's a couple of tiny little ones just here which have been touched in just by that parking sensor. but generally speaking, it is in absolutely stunning condition. Finally then, I don't want to try and keep you for too long, we're up to 15 minutes already, but looking down this side of the vehicle, again, those fantastic electric doors, giving you access to the rear seats. This one has also had a dash cam fitted. Again, this was actually fitted by Mercedes, so a really nice dash cam there. You just need to put your own SD card in there. But just, again, lovely condition in here. The tiniest of little marks here just to the plastic on the passenger door. But really is remarkable. You've got this button inside here as well, so your passengers can use that. Roof rails again, which have been fitted by Mercedes. Absolutely beautiful all around. So just to summarize then, this is a one owner from new Mercedes-Benz Vito. It's the 119, so 190 brake horsepower with that fantastic automatic gearbox. It's the L2 Premium crew van in obsidian metallic black. Beautiful condition all round. Fantastic Mercedes-Benz service history. Fully protected via PPF, paint protection film. Probably from new, but certainly a large portion of its life, because the condition is absolutely stunning throughout. An unbelievable specification list. I probably haven't actually covered all of it. If you'd like to see the full list, we've got the original sales invoice with it all listed on, so by all means we can detail that to you if you are interested. If you want to know those exact details, no VAT to pay. What a very, very rare opportunity. If we could buy 10 of these, we certainly would, but I say that's not something that we will come across very often. If you'd like to see the full advert, if you haven't seen it already, please head over to our website, bridgeendvans.co.uk. This is where you'll find the price, the photography, and of course the description of the vehicle. We can of course take inquiries on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom of the sign, and of course there's a number of ways you can contact us on the website as well. We can take cars or vans in part exchange. We can deliver our vehicles nationwide, and we can also arrange finance at very competitive rates. So by all means get in contact and see if that is something that we can help you with. Thank you ever so much for watching.